What are some weird ways to tell if a woman is starting to like you more and more? Hi there, men's dating coach HarryWilmington here, founder of IntrovertDatingSuccess.com, and today you'll learn 7 unusual signs a woman's interest in you is growing stronger so that you'll know where her feelings stand with you. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified when a new daily episode is available. Also, check out the links in the description to download my free ebook, Texting Like a Boss, and to show your support by clicking on the tip jar link, both of which can be found at the website as well. And now, let's check out that clip.
In the normal attraction process, there's going to be things that women do that are obviously indicative of her liking you. Whether it's obviously she's accepting dates, she's kissing you, she's throwing her hair back and looking at you. But there's other signs that you need to be aware of, just in case you're feeling insecure or anxious or wondering like where she's at. Well, there are other signs out there that she might be throwing to you that, unbeknownst to you, are showing that she's actually liking you more and more. So let's go ahead and talk about the 7 unusual signs that indicate that your woman is getting more and more attracted to you. So number 1 is that you will find that as a woman starts to be more attracted to you, she will talk your ear off. In the beginning, she might, when you ask her a question, she might offer, a couple sentences here and there. For example, you might ask her, "Hey, how was your day today?" And she might respond, "Oh, it was good. I just went to work today, went to the office and had lunch with Becky, and then we had a meeting or whatever, and then that was pretty much my day." But as you start to know her more, part of the way women bond with you is through talking. And the more a woman is talking, it indicates or should indicate to you that she's starting to be more comfortable with you and is starting to want to create more of a bond with you. So that same question, "Hey, how was your day today?" might be expanded to like a 10-minute explanation of her day. "Oh, I went to work this morning, I had breakfast and blah, blah, blah. I had lunch with Becky and she's going through this thing at work and just this and that. And then I had a situation come up with work and then we had a meeting at 4:00 and whatever." So she'll expand upon her answers because she's wanting you to really get to know her. She's wanting to feel that you feel her more. And also that means to her that she's willing to be more open with you about who she is. And it's a very powerful thing that'll let you know, oh, she's really starting to feel me beyond just, those first couple of dates. Now she's really expanding her feelings. The second unusual sign that your woman is getting more into you is she is overly touchy-feely. And this is especially true for women who may have told you in the past, "I'm not really a touchy-feely person." But what'll happen is if you're building attraction in the right way, in a way that shows that you respect her, you're being a little bit more patient, you're going with her pace, then what you're going to find is that as the woman starts to feel more for you, if you're just kind of laying back and being patient, she's going to want to show you that she's bonding with you and feeling you and starting to trust you. And a big way that women show their trust for you is by breaking that touch barrier. So it'll go from, let's say in the beginning, on those early dates, she might have done a few kisses here or there, or she might be doing some light touches, but it'll be to a point where by date 9 or 10, you're standing in line for someplace waiting to get some food or go to a movie or whatever. And she's like, if you're just standing there, she's coming over to you, she's putting her arm around you, she's trying to lean up against your shoulder, she's trying to give you kisses on your cheek, and you're just kind of standing there like, she's really being touchy-feely in public, but she said she wasn't touchy-feely, but what's going on? And what's happening is her extreme like for you cannot help but to express itself. And so in a public setting, or even if you're at home, say you're watching a movie on the couch and you're just kind of sitting there and she might reach over and try to hold your hand. Well, because again, she has such a strong like for you, her body's like, "I need to be near him. I really want him inside me, but in this moment, I can't be. So I'm going to just touch him to let him know that I'm trying to connect with him on that level." It's very, very powerful. So be looking at the level of and the number of touches a woman's giving you as the dating process continues. The third unusual sign a woman will show that she's building more attraction to you is she will start to consistently tell you about all the people in her life that she's telling about you. Okay? Because here's the thing. A woman that's just kind of trying to feel you out or still not sure how she feels about you is not really going to be telling other people about you being in her life. She might go on a couple dates with you, for example, and tell a few girlfriends "Oh yeah, we did. I went on a date with this guy and it was whatever and it was a good time." But as that builds up, she's going to start to more and more talk about the experiences she's having with you, and she's going to start talking about how great of a guy you are. But here's the thing. Even though she's doing that, you don't know that, right? So she's going to bring to your attention that, "Hey, I'm actually letting other people know that you are now an important part of my life." And she's doing that in part because she's starting to think at some point, "I'd like to bring this guy around these people. They need to kind of already have a backstory about who he is. And I need to give this guy positive press So that way, when they do meet him, they already have a very, very nice view of who this guy that I'm dating is, okay? So, but the fact that she tells you that, it's putting you on notice that, hey, I see you as being around for the long term, and so I need you to know that other people already know this is the thing, okay? So if she's telling you that and coming to you consistently and saying, hey, I saw my sister today, my friend, my cousin, my mom, my aunt, my brother, whatever, and I talked about you, that's a very strong indicator that she has a high interest in you. The fourth unusual sign that a woman is getting more into you is she'll tell you about a difficult time that she went through in her life. And I know it might seem kind of odd because you're thinking, well, as an introvert, you're always looking for deep conversations anyway. But realistically, most women aren't really willing to open up too much to a person that they've just met that they're not quite sure about and don't fully trust. Okay. So when women start telling you stories about, anything bad that happened in their past or a really stressful time they went through in their job or with a friend of theirs or whatever, understand that, you're already having conversations with her, but these particular conversations, these really, really deep ones where she's almost like opening up to you about something she wasn't sure she could share with you in the beginning, that lets you know that she's really starting to really trust you and feel that bond. And she wants you to know all of her, not just the superficial stuff that you talk about in the beginning. Okay. So she's getting really deep on you and she's starting to come with you some more serious conversations. Then that means that she's really seeing you as a person she could be with long term and that she has a very, very high interest. The fifth unusual sign that your woman is into you is she gives you what I call the soft yet intense stare. And this can happen anytime. Let's say you guys are at home sitting on the couch and you're watching Netflix and you kind of glance to the side and you notice that she's just kind of staring at you. And she's got her head's bent down kind of a little bit. Her eyebrows are kind of soft and her eyes are just dilating and wide open, okay? She's looking at you and she's envisioning just how handsome you are. She's envisioning her possibly being in your future. She's just enjoying all the love and care that she's feeling and she's wanting to give it back to you. And that is a really big deal because, when you first start dating, yeah, she's going to, look at you when you talk and whatnot, but it's that special kind of look that lets you know that she just feels such a close connection to you. It's a very, very powerful look. And it's the one that women don't just give away just because you're in front of her, she's giving you that look to let you know on a subconscious level, I want you to read into my soul that I really care so much about you. All right. So look out for that stare when it happens, because when it does, whether it's you're on the couch or you're in the middle of coitus and she, as you're going, in and out of her, you're looking down at her and she's just giving you that look of pure bliss. That's a very, very heightened sign that she is fully into you. The sixth unusual sign that your woman is starting to get more and more into you is she starts asking about your family and friends, even though she hasn't met them yet. And what I mean is this. Obviously, when you're getting to know a woman, you're going to talk about the people in your life. For example, you might talk about your brother and how much he means to you and that, he might be going through a hard time at work or whatever. And then the next time you see her, she's saying, oh yeah, by the way, how's your brother doing? Did he figure that thing with his job or with his spouse? How's he doing? And the fact that she'd even ask that, she'd ask about somebody that she doesn't actually know and that she's only heard about. What she's trying to convey to you is that whoever you care about, I care about. Who's important to you is important to me. I hope that I'm going to meet these people someday. Therefore, not only do I care about you, but I obviously have to show care about them as well. Okay? Because a woman that's just still feeling you out isn't going to do that. She might throw out some other niceties, but she's not going to ask about people in your life that you care about. So if she's asking about people beyond just you, that means that she's seeing herself as lodged into your life and that interest is skyrocketing really high. Okay? And then the seventh unusual sign that your woman is into you, or getting more into you rather, is that she will randomly ask you for advice about something, even if it's not in your area of expertise. So for example, let's say you are dating a lawyer and she comes to you one day and says, hey, so I have a question. I just want to bounce something off of you. I'm going through the situation at my job, something involving law, and I don't know how to figure it out. Now, you are not a law professional, right? So you're probably thinking, well, that's weird. Why would she come to me and ask about this law stuff? I'm not in law. For women, part of bonding is through conversation. Also, she might be coming to you just needing somebody to bounce ideas off of. But the fact that she wants you to be part of that process means that she truly cares about you, and more importantly, she respects you and your opinion. And she's also thinking, if this guy's around long term, he's the guy I know I can go to be able to either get sound advice or that I can bounce stuff off of until I feel better about the situation, which still helps her out. Because a lot of times women, when they come to you, they need to talk stuff out in order to figure it out. Whereas a lot of guys, we're very much internal, especially introverted guys. We're very internal. We want to just sit there and think about it. But for women, they need to talk it out. And so what they'll usually do is go to people in their life that they see as most important. That's their moms, that's their brothers and sisters, and now that's you. So she's coming to you as one of those people. That means, guy, that guess what? She's really developed some strong feelings for you, and you need to know that that is a signal that indicates that that's happening, okay? So just to recap, 7 unusual signs. Number 1, she's going to talk your ear off. Just get ready for the amount of words that are going to come towards you when she likes you, because she's just doing that to bond. Number 2, she becomes overly touchy-feely. Number 3, she's consistently telling you how much she talks about you with other people. Number 4, she starts talking about difficult, more private things that she went through in her life. Number 5, she gives you that soft yet intense stare. Number 6, she starts asking you about family and friends, even though she may not have met them yet. And number 7, she randomly starts to ask you for advice about something, even if it's not your area of expertise. Guys, when she's doing these things, you always want to look for the regular signs, like I said, of like her accepting dates and her touching you and wanting to go to bed with you. But look for these other signs, that way you can really get a read of where her like is actually at. Because I think sometimes we're not sure, like, well, we've been dating for a month, but like, where's she at? I'm not sure what's going on. But if you're able to read these signs, you'll know that you're on the right path. You'll be less nervous, and you'll continue to look for things that indicate that you are very, very close to getting into a relationship with this woman.
Now that you've heard from me, I'd like to hear from you. What other unusual signs do women do to show attraction? If you're watching on YouTube, leave your comments below or write me at HarryWilmington@gmail.com. Are you ready to learn killer icebreakers that attract women on dating apps? Go to introvertdatingsuccess.com right now to watch my free video training, How to Get Attractive, Feminine, Emotionally Stable Women Dying to Respond to Your First Messages on Dating Apps Without Using Sleazy Pickup Lines, which will give you key secrets to sparking attraction and conversations with women online the smart way. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video, and catch new episodes 7 days a week on YouTube and anywhere else podcasts can be streamed. In the meantime, check out some of the other awesome episodes on this page so you can better learn how to attract women and still get your precious alone time. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.